what it does to your health. And now he's back with a new film. It's Plum Wonderful, the greatest movie ever sold. It's a film about branding, advertising and product placement that is financed and made possible by brands, advertising and product placing. Please welcome Mr. Morgan Spurlock. Hey, nice. That's really good. Hi. Good, how are you?
Good.
Have a seat. So, it was a real pleasure watching your film, because Peter, this morning you were saying something really interesting to Mr. James.
I was?
Yeah, you were. It was about how there are not so many documentaries that make us laugh.
No, oh, there's a microphone.
You were sitting on it?
I took a lesson from Fred Wiseman. He does his sound. There are 328 films in the festival, I think. Alan and I counted 5 maybe funny ones, and that doesn't really reflect the human condition as far as I can see, because half of my life is funny.
Yeah. So why can't you think?
Because a lot of things aren't funny. There's a lot of things in this world that are like really hard, depressing, and sad. But what I try to do is find, even within those moments that I think even in the middle of catastrophe, disaster, and sadness, there are things to smile about and laugh about. That's a real coping mechanism through humor and laughter. And I'm a real believer that if you can make someone laugh, you can make someone listen. And that's our goal.
Well, very good. In your film, you investigate the world of advertising and big commercial enterprises.
Yeah.
You basically want them to finance your film. How did this idea get into your head?
I got the idea, for years, my producer partner Jeremy Chilnick and I talked about trying to make a movie about advertising, about the world of advertising. And we never knew kind of what was our end, how would we tell this story. And then I was a huge fan of the TV show Heroes. I don't know if anybody else here loved that show.
Yeah.
Season 1 of Heroes was amazing. Season 2 of Heroes was terrible. Like the wheels fell off that bus like literally overnight. And in the very first episode of the 2nd season, Hayden Panettiere, the cheerleader, she moved to a new town. She was like, she had to hide her identity. She didn't want people to know who she was. She was coming out of school and she's all upset. And she's like, I thought it was going to be different, Dad. And now here I am, and I'm in a brand new school, and I don't have any friends. And I don't know. And then she was all upset. And she was like, my birthday's coming up. And her dad's like, oh, honey, your mom and I, we're really proud of you. We were going to save this till your birthday, but here you go. And he reaches in his pocket, and as he does, the camera cuts to the front of a car and dollies past the Nissan logo. And then it cuts back to him holding the Nissan keys in front of her face. And then the camera racks focus to her face, and she goes, oh, the Rogue, the Nissan Rogue, they're giving me the Rogue, oh my God, Dad, the Rogue! And at that moment, I was just like, wow, that just happened. Right in the middle of the show. There was just like a commercial in the middle of the show. And the next day, I went to work, and I was so offended by what I'd seen. And as was my partner, and we were just talking about the show, and we said, God, we should just make a movie all about like advertising and have the whole thing just get paid for by advertising. We were like, oh, that's it, that's the movie, and that's where we just started. We just went off running.
Yeah. So you needed companies to invest, and you needed to pitch some good ideas to them, how you were going to use their names, how you were going to make advertising for them. Yeah. And you had some,
Well, nobody wanted to play ball. Nobody liked this idea. But we loved this idea. No one else liked this idea.
Well, at a certain moment, you have this great pitch for Plum Wonderful. It's a drink. Yeah. And you pitched them a fantastic commercial. Let's have a look at that.
Not only is it loaded with antioxidants, but it also improves blood flow and increases prostate health. But get this. 50% of men with mild erectile dysfunction experience stronger erections after drinking it for only 4 weeks. The camera keeps pulling back, and I say, now who wouldn't want Marion standing with a giant erection? More attention than you ever know what to do with.
Yeah, no, the thing was that after the myself, because well, that's the things we said, what terrible things can we do in this movie? We said, oh my God, we could put commercials right in the middle of the film. That's a terrible idea. And so I wrote all the commercials that were in there and pitched the commercials. And so people say like, well, where did you learn how to pitch? What people don't realize is when you're a filmmaker, you have to be able to pitch your ideas anyway. And so like pitching these things is just what you have to do all the time. When you're meeting with investors, you're meeting with distributors, or you're meeting with production partners, whatever it may be. Like you're always trying to sell somebody on this idea that you want to make this film, whatever it may be. And this is just kind of a natural extension of that.
So how is the whole making of this film going to influence your next one concerning
the whole thing's being paid for by Toyota. No, it's like I don't think I will make a feature film that's completely paid for by brands kind of out of the way that this one was. I think that this film is a great film for what it was and what it is, and I think it's difficult. What's happened after this is we just launched this thing, this whole initiative with Tom Powers, who's the programmer of Doc NYC in New York City. Because what I saw out of this film, the greatest thing that we had 22 partners come in to sponsor this movie, and so we had 22
box in the next. So we've had a number of filmmakers submit their proposals. A little bit later on, next year, we're actually going to be announcing something that will allow for filmmakers everywhere to participate, and they'll be able to see some of these films that the initial group made,
yes.
and they will then be able to add their own films. So that will actually open it up to a much, much broader audience.
Yeah, the first batch of films are going to be premiered at the Sundance Film Festival in January.
Great.
And then we will travel to Berlin, we will travel to Tribeca, we're going to go to China, we're going to go to Australia, we're going to go to Brazil.
Next year we'll have you back right here.
We are going to be back next year at IDFA, and hopefully with at least 20 finished films.
Well, thank you very much, and good luck with your inspiring project. Mag applaus voor Karel, Martesco, Venster en Moritz Spurlock.